Hi again. So, interacting with deaf people can be a little bit confusing the first time if you don't understand the social protocols, because these are a little bit different than when you're speaking to someone who is hearing. So firstly, it's important that you maintain eye contact at all times. Auslan is a very visual language, so therefore it makes sense you have to be watching them the whole time. It also shows respect as well. As Auslan is so visual, it's important that in a group of people, take turns to talk. So then it avoids confusion and it avoids interrupting someone else who might be signing at the same time. If you want to get a signer's attention, it's best not to come up behind them and just tap them on the shoulder, because we're very surprised and shocked. So one of the best ways to do it is to walk into their line of sight and try and wave at them to try and get their attention. Then they can see you and they won't be surprised. With a bigger group of people, one of the best ways to do it is to turn the lights on and off to get their attention, because then they know something's up. Or if you stop on the floor, they'll feel the vibrations and then they'll know that someone's trying to get their attention. Walking between two signers may seem like an awkward thing to do, but in fact that's the best option. Standing and waiting for two people to finish communicating to each other is actually seen as a bit rude and also very distracting to the people signing. So the best option is just walk through quickly, or if that feels a bit uncomfortable, you can duck and walk through as well. In a setting where an interpreter is present, for example in the workplace maybe, there are some do's and some don'ts when interacting. So always face the signer. Don't ever communicate with the interpreter. They are not the important person in the conversation. And don't ever speak through the interpreter. So don't turn to the interpreter and say, oh, can you ask them how old they are? Just ask the signer directly, how old are you? And the interpreter will tell them through sign. So don't talk slowly. The interpreter needs you to just talk at a normal pace so they can develop a rhythm and communicate effectively. When the deaf person is signing, maintain eye contact with them. Don't turn to look at the interpreter. So just give subtle feedback like nods so that they know that what they're saying is being heard correctly. When working with an interpreter, there'll always be a time lag between the signer's actions and the words that the interpreter is using. So you have to be patient and make sure you wait for everyone to finish speaking before you start again. Okay, that's all. Bye.